All right, this is Barry O'Connell, and this is my Maryland Politics Review. We're going to take a quick look at Baltimore County. As you probably know, John Olszewski Jr., won the congressional seat. He's getting sworn in January 3rd. Uh, Council right now is lining up candidates. They have to pick somebody. That's the way the charter is written. They get to pick somebody. Um, and it's a tough choice because with seven members on council, four Democrats, three Republicans, it's tough to come up with candidate that doesn't hurt other members with ambition. I guess that's a nice way to say it. I hope it comes across nice. Anyway, so what they're going to do is they're looking for a placekeeper, um, somebody who will serve for 2 years and then bow out respectfully and let all the interested parties run for council in a wide open race in 26. It's going to be a wild primary. Right now, the leader of the pack is Senator Kathy Klausmeier. One of the big things she's got going for is she's got political operative uh, Clem Kakis working with her. You know, if you don't know Clem, you need to understand in the Maryland Comptroller's office, when Peter needed things fixed and when Foxwell needed things fixed, they needed a fixer. Clem's a fixer. That's what he does. He can make the deals, he can make things happen, he can work with people. He's good at getting stuff done. You know, when he was in grade school, he cut a deal, a political deal with William Donald Schaefer that if if he would help and get all his buddies to help Schaefer in the election, they'd get a new playground. And Clem got his playground. I mean, he's been wheeling and dealing in politics for a long time, and he knows where all the bodies are buried. Let's talk through the candidates. Yara Cheikh is a well-respected local entrepreneur, social activist, and she's chair of the library board. I think it's chair, could be president, but she's in charge of the local library board in Baltimore County. Um, Well-respected person. Then we have George Perdikakis. Um, he's doing consulting now. He's been involved in county government. Over the years, he's highly regarded as a very competent person. Then, of course, we have Barry Williams. Barry is also somebody who's got a lot of experience in county government. He's done a great job over the years. Uh, he's got one advantage over the others in the race. He's got a sister, and her name is Speaker Adrienne Jones of the Maryland General Assembly. That certainly helps. That's playing in this race. Um, it's a question of Izzy Patoka and Julian Jones both want to be county executive. Um, both are strong fundraisers. Julian raises more money, but spends more money. Izzy has been stockpiling his money. Both are extremely well funded. They're going to be tough. But what do you do about Jones? You know, I'm not saying she's unduly exerting influence, but there are people on council who are a little bit scared of going against her brother. That's why it's important that Senator Kathy Klausmeier, a good, solid Democrat for all these years, has got a lot of Republican support. And she's expected to pick up the Republican council members because they want somebody who's serious and pragmatic, doesn't throw money around, it doesn't waste money, is going to make a difference. Um, but if it's not Senator Kathy, well, Barry is a very strong candidate, and his sister's a powerhouse. I really like Adrienne Jones. She's one of my favorites in Annapolis, even though she won't talk to me. It's kind of never mind. Let's talk about Senator Jim Brochin, former Senator Jim Brochin. But when you're a senator, it's a title for life. Jim is I'm going to try and think of how to say this nicely. For years, because he was close with the Peter Franchot team, who were my friends, I always did what I could to help Jim, writing stories that benefited him, talked about him and everything. Jim's the kind of guy who never says thank you. He thinks he's so wonderful that you owe it to him. Well, he's not the kind of guy who remembers to say thanks. He thinks it's all about him. That's a problem for him. Also, there's a number of people in this whole process who think that if Jim Brochin gets the county executive seat, even if he promises to only be there for 2 years, he's going to change his mind and decide that the best needs of the county and the voters, blah, 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 will require him to run again. Um, the assumption is that if Jim gets appointed, he's not leaving willingly. He'll probably do a couple terms, and that's going to be a difficult situation for everybody. Right now, Senator Kathy Klausmeier is, as I said, the front runner, and she looks good in this race. She's going to look very good. Expect her to pick it up. And the end of our program, let's just say, keep my friends at Jimmy's Famous Seafood in mind. They're not just crab cakes. They've got a lobster night that is a real treat. So I would suggest that you consider getting down there for lobster night or for crab cakes or for crab cake egg rolls or for all sorts of things. They even have beef and prime rib and so on. It's a wonderful restaurant. And thank you very much. That's it for tonight.